This one habit saved me over £2,000 in 2025. And the crazy thing is, it's something anyone can start doing today. After more than 10 years working in finance, me and my brother have seen people earn huge salaries and still struggle with money, while others on average incomes build significant wealth. And the difference, most of the time, comes down to this one habit. It's called the 48-hour rule, and it's simple. Anytime you want to buy something that you don't actually need, you wait 48 hours before buying it. So those trainers that are only on sale today, you still wait, because the whole point of a sale is to get you to act quickly, without thinking. And when you give yourself that 48-hour gap, most of the time you realise you didn't even want it in the first place. This matters more than people think, because in the UK, we spend over £3 billion every single month on impulse purchases, with most of those items barely getting used. Let's break this down to see what one impulse purchase really costs you. If you're a basic rate taxpayer, to spend £100, you have to earn £125. So that quick purchase isn't just £100, it's £125 of your time and energy. How many hours do you need to work to earn that item? Is that item still worth it if you actually had to physically trade your time for it? Maybe doing that once might not feel like a problem, but when it becomes a habit, that's when it starts to quietly cost you thousands every single year. Stay with us, because later on, we'll share some simple, science-backed ways to actually stick to this new habit.
But first, let's take a look at an example that shows the kind of impact that this would have over a 10-year period. Let's assume you spend roughly £1,000 a year on things you absolutely don't need, like spontaneous nights out or another lamp to add to the collection. Or you could be investing that additional money. Now, assuming an 8% ROI per year, over 10 years, that's almost £15,000. Now, I know that's not life-changing, but comparing that to stuff that you're buying that you're not going to remember in a few years, it's a no-brainer. Especially when 39% of UK adults have less than £1,000 in savings. Now that 15k seems a lot more meaningful now.
The next reason to pick up this habit is the domino effect. It's a bit like going to the gym. At first, you just commit to going 3 times a week. Nothing crazy. But then something interesting happens. You start eating a bit cleaner because you don't want to waste the effort. Then you've got more energy, so you start going for walks, moving more, sleeping better. And before you know it, a few months later, your entire lifestyle has changed, just from that one decision to start going to the gym. And your finances work exactly the same way. You start with one small habit, like the 48-hour rule. That leads to fewer impulse buys, which means more money left at the end of each month. That extra money starts building up, so you begin saving more consistently. Then you start thinking, I should probably invest this. And over time, that one small habit doesn't just save you money, it completely changes how you think about spending, saving, and building wealth. Next up, we're actually going to run through how to actually stick to this new habit. Now, it's all well and good knowing what to do, but actually sticking to a habit is where most people struggle. Because breaking bad habits is hard. Most of them happen automatically. By the time you realise what you're doing, you've already done it. And this is even harder at night when your willpower is at its lowest, which is exactly when most impulse spending happens. So instead of trying to stop the habit before it happens, the smarter approach is to focus on what to do straight after. For example, if you catch yourself about to buy something you don't really need, you replace it with a small action, like adding it to a list, stepping away, or even putting your phone down and going for a quick walk. You can also make it easier on yourself by adding small barriers, like keeping your phone outside of your room at night, so you're not relying on willpower alone. Now, in terms of actually building this into a habit, it does take time. Research shows it can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. But the key is consistency, not perfection. And one of the most powerful ways to make this stick is shifting your identity. Instead of saying, I'm trying to spend less. You start thinking, I'm someone who's good with money. And a simple way to reinforce this is to mentally rehearse it. Literally picture yourself in that moment wanting to buy something and choosing to wait. Because the more you practice that in your head, the easier it becomes to follow in real life. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. We'll see you in the next one.